screen I was looking for, and I think we are recording. All right. Ben, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jason. Can you hear me?
I got you loud and clear. All right. The first things, you guys, we're going to go through. I'm going to join Ben here just for a little bit. Beginning of this show, Ben's going to show you guys how to make a Fusion tour. Record turnout here, by the way, higher than any other show I've seen. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Okay, as far as the features, we're going to dive right into it, you guys. Before we get into that, a couple things I want to point out. Number one, we brought about 100 people over last week. Those 100 people are digging into the new system. You are free to come on over to the new system. We are having some glitches right now with certain things. I'll tell you, there's quite a few known issues that we're working through every day. When you want to submit a bug, if you see something, always send us the tour identification number, screenshots when necessary. If it's something that you're seeing in your browser, send us your browser number, your version number, and your operating system version and type. That just helps us knock them out of the water as they come in. I'm seeing stuff happen pretty quick. The main thing that we are focused on right now, the top priority, is the speed of the tour management system and the syncing with the cloud, as well as the tour delivery speed. So we are facing issues with that right now. So just know that that is one thing you don't have to let us know. That is the number one focus, our biggest issue that we're facing right now. The tours should be loading in about 10 to 12 seconds. So right now they're taking much longer than that. So it's up to you. If you want to come over, you can. If you want to leave some tours in the old system, you can. And for those of you that have a problem with the tour, don't hesitate to give us a call, and we can always credit you a new tour and or get it fixed right away. So I know some of you are noticing like the banner on top sliding to the middle today. As far as MLSs go, let me talk about that. I spent a good majority of my day contacting MLS boards, getting new links out to the MLS boards, and working with the technology team to set up each MLS the way they like to have their links. This is something that can only be done when we're live. So again, know that it is top priority. I know a lot of you are saying, Jason, I can't deliver my tours until I can get to the MLS, especially MLS boards that you can't post to directly. Utah, Colorado, HAR, Trend, MLS PIN, some of them require that you have to have a feed from us. And so I am setting all those up. I set up 6 of them today. I just need my programmers to finish some things on their end, but it will happen very, very quickly. So that's all very positive. I will be working, now that we have live links, I'll be working my tail off to make sure that the exposure engine gets set up properly. So a lot of stuff on the horizon, but everything's looking really good. It's a great presentation. Just some amazing tours I've seen come through my desk, and I tell you what, you guys, it's a work of art. I love it. Stan, I watched your tour about a half hour ago, Stan Davis. Amazing tour. I love it. The jewelry store, I'd love to put that on the home page. If you guys have a great tour, send it in. The tour I'm talking about, I know you used HDR, stills, panels, and video. It was an audio pal. Great use of all the features. Let's dig in and go through some of this stuff, you guys. Let me pull up my document. All right, Ben.
And I've got the document pulled up here as well, so hopefully everybody had a chance to download that before jumping on the webinar here.
Yeah, we got 59 new features. I'm gonna cram through a lot of these. A lot of you guys, this is going to be just brush up, but it will help you guys when you're out there selling it too. This will probably be the last time you guys hear me talk about each one of them in a single session. Some of the features: single interactive virtual media player. Our virtual media player in Fusion is a double media player. It's an HTML5 player if you're on a device, and it's a Flash player if you're on a desktop computer. It switches. We have a detection system built into this that is, I think, is a lot better than the last one. There are some known issues right now that we want, not issues, but changes that we really want to make to the iPad tour with regards to the gyro, turning the gyro on or off, the way it centers the image. But it's awesome. The gyro power allows you to move around with the iPad and zoom in with your fingers. It was a huge hit at our show. It was a huge hit at the convention. Ben, you had a great time showing that at the Choice Hotel convention. So
absolutely.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. It plays full motion video. It supports beautiful animated hotspots. You can make your own hotspots. You've got a spot pool, a lot of stuff there. And of course now I'm getting ahead of myself, but you know, it's just the download tour and stuff it matches the online tour. So there's so many cool features in that player. The My Brand is one of the things that we have not finished yet, but you will be able to point the links right at your own domain. I know that's something that a lot of you have wanted. This is something that we will be implementing soon, so that you'll be able to go into the NS records of your GoDaddy account and point it to a special domain name, so that the tours could come off of your domain, your brand. We're also working on a couple small changes to the tour window that allow you to add an affiliate to the tour so that your brand is always there. Currently on the Fusion Tour, your company logo goes over a little camera. I'm thinking about ditching the camera. I've seen a couple ideas that people have suggested on the virtual tour that has the provider logo in the bottom right, and that would support affiliates off to the left. So there's some thought there. With regards to Ben's pulling up a tour, yeah, you see that your brand right there, the Blue Lava Media, is in the left-hand side, and I'm not sure why the Bonanza Road thumbnail is missing on that one, but the when the tour loads, you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner, it actually shows a little camera provided by Icon. I'm not sure how much lag everybody's seeing, but you've got a tour provided by. When you click on that, it'll actually bring up the provider website, which is pretty slick, and it's a little graphic. But I think we may be changing that, so I can't promise you that that's always going to be there. We may take your logo and dump it into the bottom left-hand corner and make it a link directly to your website, so your logo's always on there. So some stuff there. Active plans. Active plans are pretty cool. I'm moving down the list fast, you guys. I want to get into the meat and potatoes of the show. Have Ben show you guys some other stuff. Active plans. This is the first time that we actually brought the floor plan right over the tour. Ben, if you want to bring up a floor plan tour, that'd be great. You know, our old system, you could take a floor plan and put it on the tour, make a floor plan button. Which brings me to a thought here that I will let you guys know. I've had a lot of requests for custom buttons, being able to upload PDF files as well as upload custom floor plans. That is on the list, but it is not a priority. There's a lot of things ahead of that. So just be patient with me. I've got about 99 things on my list right now, and it's holding strong at close to 100 edits. But as fast as I'm putting them on there, they're taking them off with our, again, #1 priority right now on speed. So the active plans are pretty cool because you can actually, with Fusion, design the floor plan right in the system, or you can import a floor plan from any other third-party software, and you can add hotspots. The floor plan can be any size. We do have a change request in that allows you to drag and change the size of the floor plan right over the player. Lots of neat stuff. Supports hotspots and a directional radar right on your floor plan. So that works very, very well. Then if you want to go to the Cloud Recorder, Cloud Recorder is a great feature that we've added into the new Fusion system that lets you record your voiceover right on the fly, really. So you could be meeting with a client and do a voiceover right on the system, right? And this is a scene-by-scene voiceover narration program. You press the red button. You have to click Allow when it comes up. You connect it to your microphone. I've had a couple reports of known issues on possibly Mac, but I know that it works fine on PC. When you click the record button, it'll actually record, and then you just press the red button again, and it stops. So the Cloud Recorder is a real easy way for you to do your own voiceover recordings on the fly and not have to use third-party software. Obviously, you could still use third-party software and upload your voiceovers to the system directly that way, too. The other nice thing that we have is Easy MLS. Unfortunately, right now, I do not have this connected. I did for a while, and I took it off. The Easy MLS you guys are going to love, and it might take me a little while to get everything hooked in, but it actually allows you to press a single button and populate all the MLS data with a push of a button. And it's a really easy way for you to create your tour, hit Easy MLS, automatically get bed, bath, price, square footage, all the MLS data populated, and we're even working on a way for you to keep everything in sync. So we're pretty excited about that too. That would, however, require an extra step, which we would definitely have to talk about on another meeting. Next feature, down multi-language support engine, and that's another one on my long-term to-do list. I do not have this ready yet. This will be, we've selected 6 of the major languages spoken around the world. The player will support French, Portuguese, Mandarin, German, Italian, and of course English, and a couple more languages. But this is something that you're not going to see probably until next month sometime, until we can get maybe as late as August. So the auto flyer generator, we're very excited about. A lot of changes on this. Ben, if you want to bring up the flyer section of the system. With Fusion, you're able to set up a theme and a template branding for each of your customers. And we've given you several different flyer layouts. This is a great base. We'll be adding new layouts to this as time goes on. Some of the things that we love about this is you can pick your layout. Some of the layouts are all picture. Some of the layouts are pictures and information. One of the change requests that I do want to make to the system is to make sure we always have bed, bath, price, square footage on each flyer type. Some of them right now are 100% picture. The flyers are pretty slick. You select your layout, then you select your background image or upload one of your own, and then you're literally able to pick your images for your flyer, and boom, away it goes. So that is something that's really slick. Right now we've got a few changes, requests in for the flyers that'll actually put a print button right on the flyer for you. So Video Ripper, something out of the Fusion system that is going to save us all a lot of time. As you know, I did a lot of the exposure engine pioneering with Blue Lava Media, and this weekend for the first time I actually got to use, as Jim has migrated over, Jim Blue has migrated everything over to Fusion. Blue Lava is on Fusion as of Saturday. We are using, are you still on flyers, Ben?
Yep,
if you want to go to the video portion. Yeah, that's a really bad
do
flyer.
the video ripper.
Didn't have any pictures in it.
Well, I haven't selected any for the flyer yet.
The video, though, what's so nice about it is it'll automatically post to your YouTube account. I made a video on that in the Learning Center, and it works great. It just works so great. The video has the panoramas in it. You put in your username. Your username is not your email, by the way. It is whatever name shows up in the upper left of your account. But that's just a great time saver. I love it, and it works great. The lead grabber, let's talk a little bit about lead grabber. Lead grabber is, Fusion has 4 types of lead generation tools. Lead grabber is one of them, and those can all be flipped on or off in your buttons editor. And the lead generation area where Ben is at right now, let me look and see where you're at. Right, you went under lead capture. You can turn lead grabber on or off. If lead grabber is on, when your tour starts, it will ask you for some basic information. That information is written to the database. Your client can go in and download it. They get notified whenever they get a lead as well. And those notifications obviously come from you. The lead generation tools built in Fusion don't stop with lead grabber. We have private tour. For those of you that want to have a private tour that no one can access unless they click on the know the password. This is something that we've built into the system for so many great uses for that. We've had requests in the past for private tours, for tours that you could only access on an intranet. Well, instead of doing all that, let's put a password on it and call it a day. This is a great feature. When we were at Jim and I were at the show, a lot of realtors really liked this for exclusive listings, having to put a password in and call Ted Lockwood and say, Ted, I'm trying to look at your virtual tour right now. It's telling me to call you and get the password. Well, if it's a really nice listing, you could flip that on. And again, it keeps the leads for the agent. When any of the lead generation tools are turned on, I think these are all in a group here. Lead grabber, follow. Looks like our lead generation tools are broken apart on your document. But the next one I have down is follow. Ben, turn lead grabber on real quick and save. I think you're probably going to have to hit the save button, save on the tour. And then if you open up a tour, on any of the lead generation tools, you'll notice people have the opportunity to click on a button that says follow this tour, and it's on the bottom there, right there where Ben put his mouse. So if using lead grabber, they click follow, it would tell them that they have to put in an email address at this point. The nice thing about lead grabber is they could just click continue and flip right on by. They don't have to fill it out. So it's not something that you put in all your information or else. It's something that they could just click continue. But once they hit follow, they have to at least provide an email address, and they're following that tour. Every price change, every image change, every time you do a green up, every time you do a status banner change, the person that's following the tour will get an email from the listing agent that's saying that this change has been made to the tour. And that's a really, really great feature. That's probably one of my favorites is the follow, because it's just, it's a great way to increase traffic as you make price changes to the tour and any followers hit that tour that are interested in the listings.
It's a great way for
down
agents
to
keep excitement with customers.
Absolutely. So I think we talked about all four: lead grabber, follow, private tour. Oh, tour vibes. Let's talk about tour vibes right now. It's not. I'm going out of order, but I'd rather talk about all forms of lead generation right away. Turn off lead grabber and just open up a tour. On the tour template, when you open up a tour off to the right-hand side of a virtual tour, one of the things you'll notice on our tour player of Fusion is you've got a control bar that'll come up on the right-hand side, and you can turn the thumbs up on a virtual tour, and you could even set it so the thumbs are down, but the down is by default off. And off to the right-hand side, Ben can go back to where the tour plays. Yeah, there's the like button, and there's your controls off to the left-hand side. But the like button off to the right is always there. They can always click on that. And if they like the tour, go ahead and like that. If they like the tour, then it just says, hey, your feedback is appreciated. And we may be changing that text, but that's not set in stone, but that's the way it is right now. And right there you can follow it. Anything that they put in there is automatically counted as a lead. So those are your four types of lead generation tools that are automatically built into Fusion for you. All sellable features. The other thing we can talk about here is we'll go down to the hotspots now. I don't know, Ben, if you have a tour that has lots of good hotspots in it or not. I know you do in the beta system, but I don't know about the live system. The thing I like most about Tour Builder 5 Fusion is the animated hotspots and the ability to put in transparent GIFs and hotspots with a little bit of motion, informational hotspots where you mouse over and Ben, is there a limit on the text on those info spots?
The info spots, it's well over 300 characters, so you literally could put about 2 pages or 3 pages of a book.
That's pretty cool. What a way to talk a little bit more about, any of the highlights, some of the features of a virtual tour. I know somebody was having problems with hotspots today, so I don't know if you had a chance to test them, but we have a whole bunch of them in here. I'm not a big fan of the thumbs down. You can select different categories of hotspots. You see there's tons and tons and tons of hotspots. So we threw a boatload of hotspots in here for you guys. You can obviously make your own. You can control the size of the hotspot, the transparency, the angle, the rotation, lots of different things. The really cool thing about this new hotspot system is you can actually embed video right into one of your panoramas, so that as you're panning, you might pan across the television, and there could be video playing in the TV. So that's all built in under the hood of Fusion, and so much more. Hotspot to URL, hotspot is working, hotspot to different image, and of course info spots. Am I missing a different kind of spot, Ben?
No, that's everything, yes.
That's
Spots to
everything,
go to other
okay.
scenes, infos, and URLs.
Okay, great. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the client toolbox. Ben, if you want to go into, I don't know if you're in your account or mine, but the client toolbox is something that's a great feature, and you guys got to keep in mind there's so much we could do with this now. I definitely have lots of plans to grow out the client toolbox as we expand the system out, but the client toolbox allows literally your clients to log in. While we're talking about this one, let me say this. Fusion does not email your customer from RTV. Fusion does not, by default, email your customer when you set them up. Fusion does not email your broker when you set them up. None of that. So all that is turned off. So when you set up your client, if you want to introduce them to their toolbox, you can. We'll be having it set up so that you can actually embed your toolbox right into your own website. You're going to get a snippet of code. You're going to be able to iframe your TMS right into your website so that you can say, come to bluelavamedia.com/fusion, log into your client toolbox, and away you go. And so that's a great feature. Your clients are able to actually, once you're in your Fusion system, go ahead and log into Sam Abood. Ben will click on the key under Sam Abood. Now this is just as if Sam was logged into his toolbox. Notice we've put keys under your clients. Do not open up a new window and log in. Ben will probably be telling you a little bit about that later, but we put the keys in the system so that you can log in and see exactly what your client sees. If Ben would have opened up a separate browser and not used the key, things get weird. But it's designed for you to be in one session at a time. So just keep that in mind, that you have to use the key to go into your client's account, and then when you're ready to leave, you click the back button. But when you're in here, he's in here, he can change the price. He can change the order of the images. He can change the square footage. He can change the amenities. He can put status banners on the virtual tour. So that's pretty slick. He can go in and download his leads. I don't think actually he can change the order of the images. Can they? Can they do that? Yeah.
Right here under manage.
So yeah, that's all right there. They cannot upload new images. They can't do anything that we thought that you would lose income from, okay? So anything that we thought, maybe this is going to take money out of your pocket, we have it all throttled back. So a lot of stuff that we're going to be able to do with this down the road. Okay, let's go to the gallery. Go ahead and pull up Sam Abood's tour gallery if you want, Ben. In order to do it, the easiest way to go there is click on I would click on tours, agents and brokers. Then I would click on linked agents. Then click on Sam Abood, and you're going to want to go ahead and edit the agent. Yeah, click on the edit button to the pencil, not the key. That's login, I think. Yeah. Then click on theme to the right, and then view his My Page. This is the same as the tour gallery that we had in the older system. This is their gallery 2.0, and this gallery pulls their tour theme. It maps out their listings. There's a known issue right now where if they have one tour, it comes zoomed in way too far. So don't email me that. I've got that on the list. Scroll down though. This is really slick though. Scroll down a little bit on that page, and I really like the way this looks. Go ahead and click on the More Information button on that. Off to the right, right there. This is a really nice little page here that'll probably be a single property website that we'll turn into anyway. It's got the walk score down below. If Ben scrolls down, it's got the tour. It's got some basic MLS information. This is a really nice page. I love this page. I really think that when we launch our single property website solution, we're going to link right to something like this. This is so neat with a tour embedded into it of some sort. So anyway, moving along. The My Galleries are great. Drag and drop scene manager, you saw that a little bit earlier. We've made it so Ben will show you something really cool here. If you go into your tours section, you'll see that you can now drag and drop your images around. Makes it real easy if you have a tour with 50, 60, 70 images, because this system you can actually see on your screen. What did we count, Ben? 30 at a time or something like that?
You can see 30 at a time.
Quite a bit. Yeah, huh?
You can see 30 at a time.
Yeah, so see how if Ben were to scroll down, which he didn't pick a very good tour, but if you were to scroll down, you've got You've got a lot of real estate there. Talking a little bit about Tag It. We've built Tag It into the system so that you can actually tag your virtual tours with keywords. The beautiful thing about your tags is that they get carried over to YouTube automatically. You would tag your tour. Our system is smart, though, because if you don't tag your tour, guess what? It automatically puts the agent's name, the address on there for you, whether it's real estate, the city. So there's some smarts built into the Tag It part of the system, and those tags go over to YouTube as labels, so to help you rank in the SERPs. Deep stats. Stats are sweet with Fusion. I'm telling you guys, we've got the best stats in the industry. Ben, pull up a hit report on this, and the hit reports are phenomenal. They are deep, deep, deep. You're able to drill back last week, last month, last year, several years ago. We show you the busiest time. We show you returning customers. We show you unique visitors. We show you happy hour, the busiest time of the day, how many leads generated, how many times it's been emailed, how many times it's been hit on a mobile tour, how many times the QR code's been scanned. We show you how many times they've printed the flyer, how many times they've emailed it to a friend. We show you everything with the deep stats. They're awesome. Your clients get these once a week. The thing I like most about it is you can set the day that your hit report goes out. That was another big thing that a lot of you wanted. Tours to RSS. Here's where you find your RSS feed in Fusion. A lot of you were using a blog. You guys were blogging to get a RSS feed going. You don't have to do that anymore. Fusion makes its own RSS feed. Ben, go ahead and click on your Tours tab. Tours tab in Fusion, yep. Now off to the right, you'll see a button that says Map Code and RSS Feed right there. Boom, click that. The Map Code is your map widget. Talk about both these at the same time here. Map widget. Everybody at every level on Fusion has a map widget. The biggest map widget of them all is RealTourFusion.com. Point your browser there right now. That's where every single tour that's ever created is at. You could go to RealTourFusion.com and search every single tour that we have. So we have a master level. Then you dealers all have your own map widget with all of your tours, and your brokers have a map widget with all of their tours, and your agents have a map widget with all their tours, and your owners and business owners have map widgets with all of their tours on it. So the map widget is sweet. It's a really cool feature that we've built into Fusion. I love it. It's a really great way for you to connect and tie your client in, and they will see every time you do a tour, it will post it directly to your site. So that's a great feature. You could also use the RSS feed. If you wanted to use the RSS feed to auto-blog your tour to your website, you could. So there's a couple really neat things there with the RSS feed and the map widget. And moving along, Tour to QR. Fusion automatically creates QR codes. We don't need to have ones under your deliverables. Real simple. You can select any size, print it, download it. You got yourself a printable QR code. The going down the mobile tour, we talked about that before. I'm going to skip over that. Obviously, it works on all platforms. If you do find something that that you want to show us on mobile, I don't know, the best way, I guess, is to, if you're seeing something on your mobile phone, and try taking a picture of it, or use a webcam or something to record the experience would be very helpful. But like I said, we know that the gyro right now is not working exactly the way we want it, but it is very, very close. So, Easy Planner is a built-in floor plan system that we have in Fusion. Allows you to build a floor plan right inside of your TMS. So you no longer have to subscribe to third-party softwares. If you do not want to, you can build it here. We are also going to be implementing Magic Plan directly into the system so that it pulls your Magic Plan Sensopia directly into Fusion. So there's going to be some really neat stuff there, but I would not plan on seeing that until sometime in August. AudioPal. AudioPal is a great feature we've built into the Fusion platform, and probably one of my favorites and most expensive. AudioPal was not cheap for us to develop. It is it's probably going to be something that you will ultimately pay for. It's going to be free at least for the next few months. Enjoy it, use it. It's not going to disappear off your tours, but It probably will be a pay-per-service, not very expensive, but probably a subscription, $100 a year of some sort. So I don't know when you're going to see that kick in, but it definitely will at some point. We pay close to, well, I'll just say we pay several $1,000s per year for every voice that we lease out. So, but it sounds really good, and I think a lot of people, really like it. So I know that mine, I have to say, is Brian. I like his British voice. I keep saying that that's Chris Grumley, but it's not Chris Grumley. My audio, another really cool thing. I don't know does everybody understand the audio pal actually voices your tour for you? I didn't say that, I guess I assumed, but it actually it will narrate your entire tour for you, and you can select your voice. My audio is something that a lot of people wanted to see in the last system. I'm definitely going to expand this out quite a bit. For example, right now with my audio, you can upload your own MP3 file and into the system, and that's all under your music and narration section right there. And it then scrolls down on the right-hand side. We've got quite a few music clips. And scroll faster. Scroll real fast. Real fast. Down at the bottom. There's some custom ones. Okay, so your custom ones are at the bottom. One of the things that we want to do is for you to tag one as your favorite, top 10 or something like that. So you could tag one of your audio files, but it does store your audio files. So yay, no more naming it the tour ID and uploading and all that stuff. That's gone. So Fusion stores your audio in a little audio bank, and it's just for you to use. And then I can see all your copyright infringements come through as you post to YouTube. Okay, so the auto exposure engine is something that I'm setting up right now. Trulia, Zillow, Hotpads, Backpage, Kijiji, Vasti, Normal, Front Door, all the stuff that you get from Postlets we are programming in. Something that I could not program in until we were live, so that is a big priority for us right now. That is something that we'll literally be able to flip a switch. The Tour to Go 2.0, I talked a little bit about that. That is the click a button, download, works on Mac, works on PC. I'm waiting for some of our Mac friends to try that out. I have not heard anything that it doesn't work. Nancy, Robin, you guys give that a try. I'm pretty sure that works well on a Mac. I haven't heard that it doesn't. So, but I'll tell you what, on a PC, that thing looks awesome. It does run on Linux servers too, or a Linux box, so it'll run in a kiosk. I've already talked with people that are planning on putting that the Tour to Go in a kiosk, and we already have plans to make a nice little presentation maker for that. So the e-brochure is a very kind of similar to your flyer, but it's a brochure that can be emailed. For example, if Ben were to click on that button right there in the middle with the ampersand there that says e-brochure down a little bit, right there, click on that link. That is the, click on the link there, it should pop it up. And of course it doesn't have any images in the tour, but that's the e-brochure. That was a bad example too. You're not seeing a whole lot of images tonight on the image. All right, so the private tour, we talked about that. Tour Vibes. Did we talk about Tour Vibes? Yeah, we did. I don't know if we talked about Tour Vibes. Tour Vibes was, yeah, we did. The like and the dislike. Freedom Zoom. Ben, I'm going to get some water. You tell us about the Ken Burns, the nice features of, this is designed right around iMovie. Ben really helped do a lot with this.
All right, great. We have a excellent Ken Burns editor. In fact, you know what, just so I don't mess up any of Jim's tours here, because I'm on Jim and Jason's account here real quick. So give me just a second here. I'm going to jump back to my account. That way I can mess around with some tours here for you guys to show you. But what we wanted to do was give you guys full control over the Ken Burns effect, so you guys could dial the Ken Burns movement right in and make it move exactly how much you want and make it move as far as you want from whatever specified spot to whatever specified spot. And my goal in this was to make it as simple as possible. And so when you go to your still photos editor where you'll find the Ken Burns, you will notice that the Ken Burns actually has two boxes here. I'm going to show you these real quick. There's a red box and a green box. All right, there's their green box. And the red box actually happens to be full screen on this particular image. And the Ken Burns effect is literally as simple as whatever your green box shows, that's what you're going to see when they start viewing that scene of the tour. And whatever the red box shows is what they're going to see. And there's a little button here to preview it. So you can actually see that it starts zoomed in because the green box is small. And now it is zooming out to view what the red box is. And if I want to make
say something real quick here.
Go ahead.
Ben, you picked a tour that was done last week. Last week when we went live off the beta server to the CDN, there were black boxes, and this is the black boxes. The black sides you see here are not, anybody that makes new tours will not see that. So I just wanted to point that out. Am I right, Ben?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the new tours, the images are all fitted, so there is no background behind them. They're fitted to the window. All right, and I'm going to go ahead. So you can see now I've made my boxes smaller. I want the view to start up in the upper left, come down to the right. I can just preview that here real quick. And it's wonderful that you can actually, while you're editing your tours here, be able to see exactly what kind of move, what's going to happen. As you can see, the controls here are very easy. If you want to disable the Ken Burns, it is going to make both of the boxes full image size. So now there's absolutely no move. If you want it to just pick a move for you, you can hit this randomizer button here, and it will automatically select a Ken Burns move. And if you don't like it, you can hit it again, or you can actually just control it yourself. If there's a particular move you like and you want to have that same move used on multiple images, you can actually select the images, the other images that you want to copy that move to, and hit to copy to selected. Now, if you wanted the same move on every single photo, easy. Set it on the first photo and then come to copy to all, and that same move will be adjusted. If you want it to move slower, change the speed. Make it take 10 seconds instead of only 7 seconds. If you really have a lot of narration that needs to be done, and this is a good thing to think about when you get those audio recordings there, you know, if that's a little bit longer, you might want that image to move for about 20 seconds or so if you happen to have a particular audio clip that is a longer audio clip. So you can control the speed of the move, the direction of the move, where it starts, where it stops, how much it shows, and then you can copy those moves to other images and simply just edit each and every image. So you guys have a very simple interface to use. Important to know that there's these little buttons here. You can turn on and off the different boxes. The reason for that is the fact that the green box is always going to be on the bottom. So let's say, for instance, this particular box was in the middle, and then we'll make the red box simply as large as the entire image here, okay? If I wanted to move that green box to have it start in a different location, notice I can't just click and move that green box. As soon as I hide the red box, I can just click on the green box and move it anywhere I want. So you've got these nice little toggles down here to edit one box at a time and make it really simple for anybody to set the Ken Burns effect exactly as they want it.
All right, Ben, that's awesome. A couple things I know that we will add to that is randomize all. When you initially go to your Ken Burns section, it has everything auto. It's kind of shaken up. It's already randomized. But we will have a randomize all just in case you copied the same move to everything. We want to have, I want to put a randomize all in there, just kind of shake it up again. All right, TourTrack 2.0, you guys, everything's built in. Jackie's going to start using this real soon. We're working out the last couple of edits on the TourTrack, but in fact, she might have put some in today, but this is pretty great. You get your orders right back in the TourTrack section, and they're there for you. Our TourTrack has picked up significantly, especially as the economy's turned around. A lot of these companies are starting to place a lot more orders. So you pick them all up. Everything's integrated. There's no new place to log in. Double agent. Our tours now support multiple agents. You can easily set up 2 profiles and attach them directly to your tour. Tour calendar built right in. If you go to your dashboard, hit your reminders section, you've got a calendar built in. Right there, boom, you launch your calendar, and you can set reminders. You can set reminders for your photographers. You can set shoots for your photographers. You'll be able to, right now there's a piece that's missing out of here that Daniel Lee just pointed out to me. It's supposed to be in here. You should be able to schedule a photo shoot for your photographer, and for some reason you're not able to do that right now, but that will be in here. The smart profiles is essentially when you set up one of your clients. Ben will be talking about that more tonight, setting up a broker and setting up a client under a broker and an owner. When you set up your smart profiles, you set their brand, you set their theme, you set all their stuff for them. We will be expanding that out too to some basic preferences. and you'll see that that'll carry through to when they log in. For example, down the road, if you want Bob to be able to, always do his own exposure engine, you might be able to flip syndication on or off. So those are the kind of things we'll be building out and letting you decide on a case-by-case basis versus Jason sitting here on his treadmill and saying your customers aren't going to see this when they log in. So that probably we won't see till sometime January, February as we start building that stuff out. There's a lot to do between now and then. Status banners, marking your listing, sold, sale pending, just reduced, newly reduced, open house, all that stuff. You can put little banners across your tours. Image delivery engine, this is 2.0. Great way to send high-res images to your customers. I am also working on one for MLS shots, so that's been another request, and it is on the list. Talked about the map widget, Spiderlinks 2.0, just another great way to help your tours rank in the search engines. And finally, tiny tour URLs, or as Mike Machine Gun Thompson calls them, tiny turtles. So tiny turtles was a way for us to shorten up the tour URL. As you know, if you put realtourvision.com / in one of your tour numbers, your old tours pop up. The other domain that we have is rtvpics.com. rtvpics.com plus a tour number, your tours pop up. So I started scratching my head and said, gee whiz, these guys are going to want to print their tour URLs on a listing sign, or maybe in print, or maybe even tweet it. And by the time you tweet that up there, it's pretty long. So by the time you tweet your whole tour URL, so we made Tiny Turtles. So it's tinyturtles.com / your tour number, and bada boom, bada bing, it points to your tour. And on your hit report, it'll show you how many hits you're getting from your tiny turtles. So that's it, you guys. Those are the features. I'm going to turn it over to Ben for the last part of the show here. A lot more features to come. There are some features that have not been listed on here yet, but we got a lot of modifications, a lot of changes. I appreciate all your continued support and your patience with us as we give birth to this elephant. Thanks, you guys. Have a good night.
Hey, Jason, thank you so much for walking us through that and for giving us a chance to look at all the new features, all the reasons that customers are going to absolutely love these new Fusion tours. So thank you for taking the time to do that. All right, so I know that there's a lot